What's going on, y'all? So today I have 3 simple steps on how to get six-pack abs, because I know most guys would love to achieve just that. You built the muscle, you lean down, and now it's just that trophy to show all your hard work, dedication, and willpower. So let's dive into the content. All right, so before we dive in, I want to talk about 2 different things real quick. Number 1 is we're all built differently. So when I say six-pack, just know that I mean just by like getting your abs shredded up so you can actually see them. Some of us have 6-packs. Some people have 8-packs, some people have 10-packs, so we're all built differently. If you just go to Google right now and you type in how to get 6-pack abs, you're just gonna get marketed with all the most crazy stuff. It's gonna talk about all these different teas and drinks and pills and special foods that are fat burning. Some people even suggest that you can literally get a 6-pack by just working your abs. That is all a crock of shit. So pay attention to what I'm gonna teach you, and I guarantee you, you're gonna move a lot faster. Step number 1, we gotta set up your nutrition. You knew this was coming. Abs are made in the kitchen, it's so true. 80% nutrition, 20% working out. You can scream, but Eric, I'm eating healthy, I'm meal prepping, I'm over here doing intermittent fasting, I don't eat carbs, I don't eat, past 7, but at the end of the day, I ask you, how many calories are you eating? What are your macros? You're like, I don't know. You're not gonna lose fat that way, because you could be eating the most healthy chicken, broccoli, brown rice all day for all I care, but you're not gonna lose fat until you are in a calorie deficit, which means you're eating less than you burn off. So check it out. A lot of you are like, well, can't I just work out more? Why would you wanna? Like, just for you to burn an extra 500 calories, you'd have to like jog for 40 minutes instead of just simply cutting out 200 to 500 calories out of your nutrition daily to put you back. Does that make sense? So let me help you out. So right now I'm gonna teach you step by step how to figure out your calories and macros, because it's the most important part for you being in a calorie deficit, so that you can strip off this body fat so then you can reveal your abs, because it's all based on you and only you. Your height, your age, your weight, your activity level, how much muscle mass you have, how many days a week you lift weights, etc. So before we dive into this, before I get any hate or criticism, just know this. If I was your coach, I'd have this perfect. I do all my calculations by hand or on the computer and make sure everything's 100% perfect, but I'm gonna give you an approach that anyone watching this video can participate, and it's gonna go ahead and give you a great starting point. I can promise that. Now let me go ahead and give you a demonstration on my computer.
Go to google.com, go ahead and type in the search, Mifflin St. Jeor equation, and then here's the actual equation if you want to do it longhand, long form, but just select any of these. I'll choose this one for simplicity, and that's the one. I already have an example ready to go for you. So what you're gonna do is put in your sex, your weight, your height, your age, and then it's gonna give you your BMR, but then you have to go ahead and find this activity multiplier number. So you scroll up and you choose the number that is most appropriate to you, and I use this one. So I'm gonna go ahead and use 1.55, and then it's gonna say, well, Eric, for your calorie maintenance, if you wanna maintain exactly how you look right now, you should be eating roughly about 2,800 calories a day, but I don't want to stay the same. I want to go ahead and put myself in a deficit so I can start losing body fat. So the rule of thumb, just to keep it simple, is take away anywhere from 200 to 500 calories per day. If you're leaner, go ahead and shoot for 200 calories to keep a slight deficit, but if you weigh more and you got a lot of body fat, push more toward 500 calories deduction. So I would go ahead and just, let's use me for an example. If this is 2,800, I'll just take away 200 calories. I'll start my dieting process or my cut at 2,600 calories.
All right, so here's a very simple example. We're gonna go ahead and go to MyFitnessPal. This is what your screen should look like. You're gonna go to the lower right where it says more, click on more. You're gonna go ahead and click on goals. Then you'll click on calorie, carbs, protein, and fat goals. And then you're gonna put in your calories that you got from the calculator. So for me, it was about 2,600 calories where I'm gonna start my calorie deficit. And a good start for me would be 40% protein, 40% carbs, 20% fat. So those are my macros for the day. I wanna aim to hit 260 grams of carbs, 260 grams of protein, and 58 grams of fat. And if I was more on the heavier side or had a lot of body fat to lose, I would click the scrolls, and then I would keep 40% protein. I would go ahead and make my carbs 30%, and then pull up my fats to 30%, and that would be a good split to start for me. And my new adjusted macros would be 260 grams of protein, 195 grams of carbs, and 87 grams of fat. And this is how it would look if I deducted the 500 calories from the 2,800 calories. It would put me at 2,300 calories, and my new macros would be 230 grams of protein, 172 grams of carbs, and 77 grams of fat. And then if I was on the leaner spectrum, I would go ahead and do 40% protein, 40% carbs, 20% fat, and my new updated macros would be 230 grams of carbs, 230 grams of protein, and 51 grams of fat.
Super important, ditch the alcohol. Just get rid of it for a little bit. And if you're somebody like, oh, I just can't live without drinking, then just limit it. And if you can't give it up completely, limit it to clear liquors like vodka, clear tequilas, clear rums, gin. Try to drink it on the ice, straight, shots, or just drink super low calorie beers. And then when it comes to having mixed drinks, just make sure you're having 0 calorie products like diet sodas, diet energy drinks, and things like 0 calorie juices. I want to give you a good example here. There was a study that was done where they took 3 groups of people. Group 1 was in a calorie deficit, Group 2 was in a calorie deficit and did nothing but cardio, and Group 3 was in a calorie deficit but did nothing but weight training. And that third group who did nothing but weight training and was in a calorie deficit, they had the most favorable changes in their body and their body composition. They were able to lose fat and maintain muscle or even build muscle, and that's exactly what we want to do. Cardio is not the most important. By far, it is weight training in terms of your exercise. All right, so let's go ahead and get into ab training. I'm gonna give you 2 recommendations on the ways I've trained my abs in the past, and I want you to choose what's best for you. So option number 1 is, because your abs are just like any other muscle, you should be training them like that. So like, you wouldn't do your legs every single day. You wouldn't hit heavy squats every single day. You wouldn't do heavy back days every single day, heavy chest days every single day. So treat your abs like that. So I recommend, if you're gonna do full routines at the end of your workouts, then make sure you keep it to about 1 to 3 ab days per week. But then on the other spectrum where I've been as well, I'll sometimes train my abs every single day, but I won't do whole routines. And I'll make sure that I switch the area up every single day. So let's just do a quick example. It might be Monday, after I weight train, I might hit 2 lower ab movements. We go to Tuesday, I might do the upper abs, and then Wednesday I'll do the obliques, and then I'll either take an off day or I'll start right back over and go through it like that. So I'm not doing too much. So option number 1 is do a full routine after you hit your weights 1 to 3 times per week, space it out. Or option number 2 is go ahead and hit them every single day, but limit it to a specific area and do 1 to 2 movements max. All right, so now we're gonna move into step number 3. That is, we need to monitor your progress and adjust accordingly. What I recommend you doing is keep a notepad in your bathroom or wherever your scale is. Go ahead and weigh yourself every single morning on an empty stomach right after you go pee, in your drawers, in your underwear. Pull out the drawer, your little notepad, and write down every single day what your weight is. Don't go off a daily average, go off a weekly average. So add up 7 days in a row, divide by 7, that'll give you a weekly average, and then start a chart for yourself. And you should be losing anywhere from 0.5 pounds per week all the way up to 2 pounds per week is a good average. In those times where progress starts to stall, or you're seeing your weekly averages not budge, then it's time to make adjustments. Go ahead and add in 1 to 3 days of very low intensity cardio and pull back your calories anywhere, something gradual and slight, maybe 100 or 200 calories out of your nutrition plan, so that you can get things going once again. All right, so check this out. It's very important to not only train your abs without weights and for endurance, but to also train them with resistance, because we need to build those just like any other muscle so that they can get built and bulky and blocky, so that when you do lose that body fat, your abs will be built and they'll push through the skin to give you that very powerful, athletic, aesthetic look. So let me go ahead and show you a couple examples using the old school classic ab movements and how you can make a traditional ab movement much harder with resistance to go ahead and make them much stronger and that much more aesthetically pleasing to the eye. right, y'all, so if you need help stripping off that fat just because you just don't know where to start and you just need guidance and the guesswork taken out, I'm Eric Zapata with Eric Zapata Fitness, and I help men build lean muscle and lose fat at the same time in 90 days or less, and I'm sure that I can help you not only achieve your fat loss goals, but eventually lead you to that six-pack that you've always wanted. What I want you to do is find me on social media, whether it be Instagram or Facebook, and shoot me a personal message with the keyword power, and I'll know exactly what that means, and we can go ahead and have a conversation on how I can help you achieve your goals. But that's all I have for you today. Once again, this is Eric Zapata with Eric Zapata Fitness, and I'll see you in the next video.